Hi students, welcome to online class. Yesterday we have discussed about pollination. Today we are going to discussing structure of flower. Okay, flower are the organs of reproduction in flowering plant. Okay, which means flowers are the reproductive structures produced by plants, which belongs to group known as angiosperm or flowering plant. Okay. A typical flower has four main parts or four main whorls. Okay, a typical flower has four main parts or four main whorls. First one is sepals, and second one petal, and the third one is stamens, and the fourth one is pistil. See, there is given calyx, corolla, and rhizome and gynoecium. This calyx is the collective terms of sepals are known as calyx. Okay, same as this corolla. Collective term of the petals are known as corolla. Okay, and the and rhizome, collective term of the stamens. Collective term of the stamens means there's two parts, so this both together called as androecium. And next is the pistil or carpel, pistil or carpel, and this is what this is called as gynoecium. Okay, the collective term of the all pistils or carpels, that is known as what? Gynoecium. Okay, clear? So let us see the functions of these four words. First one is sepal. Sepal is the green color part of the flower. See, this green leaf-like structure, that is known as what? Sepal. Okay, this green color part, that is known as what? Sepal. And this collective term of the sepal is known as what? Yes, calyx. Okay, what is the function of this calyx? Yes, this calyx that protect the developing flower bud. Okay, calyx that protect the flowering developing bud. Okay, otherwise buds. Clear? Yes. And see this thread-like structure is here, that is known as what? Epicalyx. Okay, this is thalamus, this filament parts, this is pedicel. Clear? Yes. Now we can see the parts of flowers. Structure of flower. See the parts here. It's given here. See. First one is the pedicel or stalk. Okay, pedicel or stalk. This pedicel or stalk that is attached to the plant stem. Okay, this helps to attach to the plant stem, and this pedicel that's connected to thalamus. This thalamus is the swollen part of the just below the flower, otherwise below the sepals. Okay, and this is what? Epicalyx, and this is the calyx, otherwise sepals. Okay, this calyx that's function what? Yes, that's right, it's protect the, so this sepal that helps to protect the flower buds. Okay, growing flower bud, otherwise developing flower bud. And next is, that is petals or corolla. It is the brightest part of the flower. It is true attractive part of the flower. Why it is attractive part of the flower? Because of this helps this attract the insects. This attract the insects or pollinators. Okay, and next is the third wall, that is the stale, ovary, and stigma. Okay, these are the female reproductive part of the flower. It's totally common. This called as pistil or carpel, and this together, all together, stigma, stale, ovary. These all together called as gynoecium. Okay. Yes. So, what's the purpose of this, or otherwise function of this gynoecium? This stigma. See, this is a stigma. See this picture showing clearly, this is a stigma. Okay, these stigmas, these collect the pollen grains from the pollinators. Okay, and this pollen grains goes through pollen grains goes through the tube which one, this tail. Okay, see the small tube is there, that is known as what, tail. Okay, so the pollen grains are goes through this tail and this enter into the ovary. Okay, and the inside the ovary, that is inside the ovary there is seed like structures, that is known as what, ovule. Okay, so the pollen grains are that end of the pollen grains enter in the stigma, and the stigma having small pores. Okay, so the pollen grains enter inside and this goes through the tail, and at last this take place inside the ovary. Okay, and inside the ovary is a word, there is small seed like structures after the fertilization take place were here. Okay, after the fertilization take place here, this ovary. Clear? The fourth word is androecium or stamen. Okay, see there is two main parts, that is anther or filament. See here it is showing the anthers, this yellow like structure. Okay, yellow colored structure, that is anther. It is a bilobed sac like structure, and this produced what, pollen grains. This produce pollen grains and they store the pollen grains. Okay, and these pollen grains, these are entering the stigma. Okay, so see here, this pollen grains that there is below side, there is what, this white color structure, that is filaments. What, filaments? Okay, so this white color, that is what, filament. Okay, this filament that helps to hold the anther. Okay, clear? Yes. So after the fertilization, the ovary that is becoming fruit and the ovules becoming seeds. Clear? Yes. There is two types of flowers. Okay, bisexual and monosexual flower. See the bisexual flower. Bisexual flower means a flower that has both stamens and carpels may be described as bisexual flower. Okay, which means what? One flower having both male and female reproductive part. That is known as what? That flower is known as what? Bisexual flower. And what is the monosexual flower? Which means a flower in which either the stamens or the carpels are missing or non-functional may be described as monosexual flower. Which means what? One flower having only one reproductive part, which means maybe the female reproductive part, otherwise male reproductive part. Okay, see, bisexual flower. This is bisexual flower. See, this flower having both reproductive part. See, carpel. Carpel is the female reproductive part and the stamen is the male reproductive part. So, this flower having both reproductive parts. So, this is known as what? Bisexual flower. And the next is monosexual flower. See, this both flower here only showing female. This is female flower. Why this is female flower? Because here showing only the female reproductive part, there is no male reproductive part. See this flower, here only the male reproductive part. So this is male flower and this is female flower. So this type of flower is known as monosexual flower. Is it clear? Thank you.